Modern web development is built on JSON, or JavaScript Object Notation. But when you pull raw data payloads from REST APIs, which are the standard systems applications use to communicate, the results are rarely clean. They are chaotic, dense, and completely unreadable to the human eye. And in these massive data blocks, precision is absolute. A single missing comma or a misplaced bracket hidden in thousands of lines of code is enough to crash an entire production application. When developers hit these syntax errors, the immediate reflex is to copy the broken code and paste it into a free online parser. But that quick fix introduces a massive hidden vulnerability into your workflow. Traditional converters rely on HTTP post requests, a standard method used to send data over the internet. That means to process your text, they send it directly to a backend server. You are unknowingly uploading your company's proprietary databases and sensitive API keys to a random, unvetted external machine. Aside from the severe security risk, this back-and-forth transit introduces major network latency. You are left waiting on a third-party processor, creating unnecessary bottlenecks in your daily work. Then there is the compliance issue. Routing sensitive customer information through an external server puts you and your organization at direct risk of violating strict privacy standards like GDPR, the European regulations governing data protection. Using these standard web tools forces you into a corner. You end up having to expose sensitive company data to the public internet simply to fix a broken line of code. Prime ToolHub's all-in-one JSON Studio solves this problem directly. It provides developers with a truly frictionless environment to format, validate, and convert complex data structures entirely offline. When you open the Studio in your browser, it looks and feels like any other web-based tool, but under the hood, the entire engine operates 100% locally. Security relies on the HTML5 file reader API. The browser reads files directly from your hard drive into active memory, deliberately bypassing the internet. From there, native JavaScript functions execute parsing strictly on your computer's CPU. Everything happens entirely within your device. Because the Studio never pings a backend server, the processing is completely immune to network latency. The results appear on your screen instantly. This unique architecture guarantees total client-side privacy. Your proprietary code and customer data never leave your machine. Let's look at how this offline engine actually handles data in practice, starting with the JSON beautifier. The system takes dense string arrays and instantly injects 4-space indentation, organizing nested objects into a clean hierarchical structure. Simultaneously, a strict browser-native validator checks syntax. If an error exists, it halts the process, ensuring broken code never reaches production. When you are finished debugging and need to prepare that data for deployment, you can run the reverse workflow with the JSON minifier. The minifier strips out all unnecessary whitespace in milliseconds. This significantly reduces your overall payload size, cutting down bandwidth costs and speeding up API response times. Beyond basic formatting, the Studio includes a universal data conversion suite. This is specifically built for developers tasked with migrating legacy systems or translating data across different departments. Take the JSON to CSV converter. It translates complex NoSQL arrays and flattens them. The output is a clean, comma-separated list, perfectly formatted for analysts working in Microsoft Excel. There is also an XML to JSON parser. It uses native techniques to read XML files, a strict markup language heavily used in older enterprise systems, and translates those rigid SOAP APIs into lightweight, easily accessible JavaScript objects. All of these heavy structural transformations occur instantly. By shifting this entire workload directly to your local browser, the performance completely outpaces those slow, server-dependent alternatives. Because the processing happens locally, your file size limits are no longer dictated by arbitrary server upload caps. Instead, they are determined solely by your computer's own RAM, allowing you to seamlessly handle standard API responses and medium-sized database exports. Compared to traditional web parsers, you have effectively eliminated the network latency that slows down your day and the data exposure that threatens your company. You no longer have to choose between convenience and safety. In modern data engineering, speed and absolute security can exist in exactly the same place. Take control of your workflow. Stop risking your proprietary code and sensitive customer information on unsecured third-party sites just to format a payload. Bookmark Prime Tool Hub. Drop in your files and experience the speed